Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first episode of the Combat Couch. Round of applause! Yeah!
Let's go!
So welcome to this historic moment. As you can see, this is just in my house. Humble beginnings. But yeah, if you keep supporting us, we can hopefully upgrade to better equipment, whatever. But, you know, join us in this journey. See how we go. Yeah, so what's this about? Yeah.
You want me to start?
Yeah,
Alright, cool. So, you know, the reason why we've got this podcast going today is, you know, we're three lads that all met together at MMA gym, Team Parosh, in Sydney. We all, you know, came from different walks of life. We met each other roughly about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, yeah. And yeah, we met at the gym, and you know what brought us together is our love for Muay Thai, which you know ended up in our love for MMA. And yeah, we're hoping to you know kind of share that love with you guys, talk a bit about our lives, you know, our experiences in MMA and Muay Thai, you know, our training, our past. Chuck in a bit of food in there, a bit of culture, but really to let you guys in on our lives and you know what brought us here to talk about you know our love and passion for MMA.
Well said, mate.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, we should introduce ourselves first. Since I'm talking anyway, my name is Sunny.
Yeah, my name's Chris.
And I'm Jacob.
What up? So I guess like we all have different intentions of starting this podcast. We bring different experiences to the podcast. So for me, I fell in love with Muay Thai, BJJ, MMA, and have started competing last year. 2 amateur Muay Thai fights and big plans this year to compete a lot in BJJ, Muay Thai. So hopefully I can share my journey, how I prepare, what's my mentality, hopefully give you some fight breakdowns as well. And yeah, just bring you on this journey with me. Hopefully you can learn some things as well. And if you're somebody to like who's thinking about wanting to join MMA, any martial arts, hopefully I can help you join. Because for me, it was a scary process at first as well.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's like such a big step. It's like combat sports, you know what I mean? And for me, it took a mate who joined the gym first, and I tagged along with him. And that's what helped me start the process. And here I am now. I'm not saying I'm really good or anything, but you know, I've made some progress. Hopefully I progress much more. So that's a journey I want to share with you guys. And yeah, that's me.
Jacob, you want to take this one?
Yeah, okay. So I'm Jacob. I started training martial arts when I was pretty young, probably like 8 years old. Started out with Taekwondo. Always loved martial arts movies, you know, Ep.1, Bruce Lee, all that stuff.
Yeah, the classics, mate.
Of course, bro. And yeah, just fell in love with martial arts since then. I competed in Taekwondo when I was a kid. Then I got sidetracked playing rugby till I was about 20 years old. And then I decided that I wanted to give MMA a go. And yeah, joined the MMA gym. Been training in jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai and MMA probably about 7 years all up, but very inconsistently, been sidetracked with injuries.
It happens.
Yeah. COVID really fucked us up.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, last couple of years I've really been getting back into it. It's helped me a lot. I competed twice in jiu-jitsu last year. And I'm looking to compete in jiu-jitsu more this year, do a couple Muay Thai fights this year as well, and MMA eventually too.
Sick. Yeah, my name's Chris. You know, I started this journey a while ago, but similar to Jacob, you know, was riddled with injuries. You know, 4 shoulder surgeries. Sure, I'm going to share that with you guys sometime down the line in the podcast. But my journey's a little bit different from these fellas. As you've heard, these guys are competing, you know, looking to compete more and more in the upcoming years. I myself, I'm not looking to compete. I started this journey really just to get fit. You know, I've had a pretty rough journey in terms of, you know, losing weight, putting it back on, losing it again, and then putting it back on. Part of that was because I was never very consistent with, going to the gym, lifting weights, and finding the right exercise for me. And that's where I met these fellas, fell in love with Muay Thai, and it's something that I actually train consistently as much as I can on a weekly basis. It's not just, for training at this point. It's literally my stress relief, my way of, blowing off steam now. So, I'll be sharing a bit of a different journey, maybe more for you amateur folk out there, similar to myself, not looking to compete, but really looking to, get fit, change your lifestyle around, put some routine in your life, and really, basically change the things you do day to day, through exercise and through fitness. So, I think, given that we're all at different journeys, with the fitness and the training, I think it's going to be a good way for you guys to really see, depending on where you're at in your own journey, you can kind of relate to, whichever one of us is, closest to where you guys are currently at the moment.
And we've been talking a lot about martial arts, but we're more than that. We bring different facets. We're not just martial artists. We're not just fighters. Not that we are fighters, but there's more to us than fucking punching and kicking, right? So
not just meatheads, right?
We're just not meatheads. We're not just meatheads. We'd like to think, at least. So we're going to bring you different types of content. We love food. Look at us, we're fucking 3 big boys on a couch. We love our food.
We're fucking couch.
So we're going to bring you some food content. We're going to share other parts of our life, not always something so serious about self-improvement and martial arts. Sometimes we're going to talk about what's happening in pop culture, what's happening in fucking UFC Gossip Town. Plenty of other things we're going to talk about. So, don't get intimidated by just the combat talk. We're more than that, so, stay with us.
Yeah, I'm a big nerd, so I'm definitely going to talk about some anime shit.
He's the biggest Asian out of all of us.
This guy is the biggest weeb out of every single one.
He knows every anime, everything, every manga.
Every reference, every piece of pop culture.
He's got you, man. Yeah. He's got you.
I'm wearing an Attack on Titan shirt right now.
Show him the back.
Show him the back, mate. Show him the back, mate.
Do a little squat.
Oosh.
Yeah, boy. We're for real.
I think the juicy booty covered it.
We're gonna have different corners. So I don't know.
I think that's a good way to put it, right? We're gonna have multiple corners to the podcast. Yes, pun intended, right? And there's going to be multiple areas for you guys to check in on. So, feel free to watch the content that you enjoy. To Sonny's point, we're going to try to cover as much as we can, through all the things that we like, all the things that we're passionate about. We decided to start with the one thing that brought us together, which is, combat. So, that's kind of why we started at this point. You guys want to show them what we've got here on the table?
Yeah,
sure.
Okay, cool.
This is Chris's stuff. He earned this. So let them know what it is.
Yeah, so I'll give you guys a bit of background. We're all actually on this journey to try and capture as much memorabilia as possible. So I'll start off with this bad boy right here. This is a signed t-shirt. Let me give you guys a good shot of this. Signed t-shirt from Merab. I can never pronounce his surname.
Dvalishvili.
Dvalishvili, yeah. He's a Georgian fighter in the bantamweight division. Training partner to Aljamain Sterling.
He's a crazy boy.
Crazy
He climbs trees, climbs walls. Like, he broke his head diving into an ice lake because he thought he was water.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He cracked his skull open, and there's a video of it online. We'll put a little fucking thing here.
Yeah.
It's fucking funny, but he tracked and tell him the story of how you.
Yeah. So I tracked him down, did a bit of geo hunting. I think that's the term. It's when someone posts a video and you find a landmark in the background. Stalking.
Yeah.
Basically, right. So I stalked the fella,
Where was this again?
This was in Milan.
I
was with my girlfriend in Europe. We were doing a big trip, and so lucky, such a coincidence that he happened to be in Milan during a one-night stopover for me. So I actually feel sorry for my girlfriend. I dragged her around for 2 hours, just running around the streets, completely ditched our itinerary and plan, hunting Merab's hotel. Finally found him. He was the loveliest bloke. He actually put down a phone call from his girlfriend, to actually help, to interact with me, sign the shirt. Awesome fella.
But one thing is, this is his signature, right? What the fuck is that? Is that a castle? Is that a handle? What is that?
What do you guys think
What
it
do you guys
is?
think that is, bro?
Let us know in the comments below.
Freestyle and troll him? I don't know, man.
Whatever you guys think it is, let us know in the comments below. But yeah, that's one piece of fight memorabilia. You know, we're hoping to grow this as much as possible. We've got a really good surprise for you coming up in the next couple of episodes as well, with some new memorabilia. So keep an eye out for that. But these two bad boys, oh mate, these two. Let me just bring this up. The one and only
Korean Zombie.
You know who it is, the legend himself. So I actually trained with Korean Zombie at his gym, did one of his boxing classes, and let me just say, that class destroyed me.
Weren't you cramping up in the warm-ups?
Yeah. I was a bit stubborn. They have a uniform, so everyone wears a black t-shirt when they train at the gym. I was a bit stubborn. I wanted to, represent my gym in Australia here, so I put on my gym uniform, of course with their permission and blessing. And it turned out to be a bit of an embarrassment because during the warm-up, I started cramping and I was rolling on the floor in pain. He had a bit of a giggle to himself. But it was a great introduction. The guy was super nice. As you can see, I've got his own gym gloves. And he signed them for me. So if you're ever in Seoul, Korea, check out Korean Zombie Gym, Korean Zombie MMA Gym. It's in, I believe, Ep.1.
Ep.1.
Yeah, so really good, awesome place in Seoul to check out, not only for the gym, but for the food, the culture. As well, I think
Korea number one.
as you can tell, he's Korean.
Number one.
But I think they got really awesome clubbing there as well.
In Korea? Yeah, they got clubbing. They got good food, good drinks.
Yeah.
To be honest, I would say it's not. No, Korea's good, but
you're a camera, mate.
Korea number one. But yeah, Korea, it's really good. But if you do go prepared, because he doesn't take it easy. It's not a commercial gym. He's got professional fighters in 1FC, in UFC, and he's no mercy sort of guy. So he will fuck you up. Serious bloke.
Yeah. I will caveat, if you are a beginner, don't stress. He will be beginner friendly, but what he means by be prepared is, yes, it's going to be beginner friendly, but be ready to put in the sweat. Be ready to sweat it out. Because he's a very hardcore guy.
He's hardcore.
I think he was ex-military, right?
Ex-military, and he's the Korean Zombie, man. You don't get that nickname for no reason. He's a hardcore boy. So,
I mean, given that we're on the note of Korean Zombie, how did you guys find his last fight with Max Holloway?
Oh my god!
I'll be honest, mate. I shed a couple of tears.
I shed tears
when everyone's in
no
the crowd
shame
started
in
singing.
Yeah.
Oh man!
The moment where he stepped out of the cage and this crowd started singing Korean Zombie, and then he hugged his wife and he was bawling his eyes out. I was like, holy fuck! That is the retirement you deserve.
Did you see the reaction from Max Holloway?
No.
So he apparently, because he was waiting to come out, he was bitching to his coach, like, why is this guy's walkout taking so long? He was complaining, like, why is he taking so long? Then he saw the video afterwards, like, oh yeah,
fair enough. And it was just a good send-off, because he was such a good fighter and loved by everyone, but the last few fights, he was getting destroyed. To be
that one
honest.
against Volk was fucking brutal.
Oh my god, he came out with grapes on his face. It just wasn't right, and to see a fighter go down like that, someone you love, it's tough to watch.
It
tough to watch.
It is.
He's too tough for his own good.
Too tough for his own good.
And particularly because, I'm sure there's going to be a massive discussion in the future, but a lot of fighters in their primes, life gets in the way, right? Part of what Zombie went through was, I think he did military service.
Yeah, he got conscripted
midway through
during his peak, right after his title fight, which unluckily he popped his shoulder out as well. Unlucky. But he's too tough for his own good. And speaking of too tough for his own good, Tony Ferguson. Oh my god, please, Tony, if you're watching this, it's time, brother.
The reason why we've gathered today is for Tony to send you a message.
This is an intervention for Tony Ferguson. Please, brother, it's time. It's time.
Yeah. Paddy, that was the final test.
That was
if
the
you
final
can't
test.
beat Paddy, then just hang it up.
Especially in that fashion. And I once again, he's too tough for his own good. It's not a testament to himself. Age is undefeated. Father Time is always going to be undefeated.
That fight against what's his name, Justin Gaethje.
That
really that's a life-changing fight.
That took years of his life, seriously. And he just hasn't been the same since. His signature knee slide before a fight. I swear he couldn't even do that properly. He's not the same man. And then when you resort to people like David Goggins for a fight camp, I understand. But
there's only so much you can do. You can't,
Yeah,
you can't
exactly.
turn back time.
yeah.
To be fair, like I was looking into a lot of reasons why people think Tony Ferguson went downhill from that fight, and I don't know, maybe I haven't done enough research, but Khabib had a really good shout, and what he said was part of that wasn't just the beating that he took and the damage, but it was the fact that he cut weight twice leading up to the fight to prove a point. And that's massive, right? Because you hear a lot about fighters who get severely injured because they're cutting weight. And you can imagine Tony Ferguson cutting weight twice. I think it was in 3 weeks.
Wait, why did he have to cut weight twice?
Because the previous fight, someone missed weight for the previous fight. And he cut weight to prove a point, to say,
Fucking...
once again, too tough for his own good.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like, he got David Goggins, who's like more of a mentality coach.
Yeah.
Like, his mentality was never the problem.
Even Goggins said
it's
the
the
only
hardware,
person who's ever survived Hell Week with him, right?
Yeah.
It was there,
It's just his body that's failing.
It's a hardware issue, man.
Yeah.
So, it's sad. Should we go around saying our favourite fighters?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'll go first. My favourite fighter is Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Oh.
God. R.I.P. But he
R.I.P.
was my favourite fighter. He just came in wanting to destroy people,
Yeah.
How many first round knockouts has he had? It's just, and then the power he has, for all the way from middleweight or welterweight?
Welterweight.
Welterweight all the way to heavyweight, it's unseen before.
The amount he was cutting to get to welterweight
Bro.
was fucking
ridiculous.
Ridiculous. And the fact that he still had power to knock people out in heavyweight just shows what a freak of nature he was.
Yeah.
And he was such a nice guy as well.
Yeah.
Like, I remember when John Jones was like in the peak of his controversy, they fought, he lost, and then like a gentleman after he was like...
No, him and Jones number 4.
Oh, really?
No.
John Jones was in the crowd and they were trying to hype it up and everyone was booing John Jones and he was like, everyone stop it!
Yeah.
That's when they psyched out Dana White.
They were scheduled to fight, and then they pranked Dana White with that, but never happened.
Yeah. He just came
That
in-
would have been a great fight, though.
Yeah, it would have been a great
I mean,
fight.
John Jones would have won, of course.
Yeah, but he's my favorite fighter. I just love the way he fights. Just go forward, knock him out, and that's it.
My favourite knockout of his was on Glover.
Oh, that was
10 seconds in, he just like...
Is that the uppercut?
Boom.
Yeah.
Shuts him off.
Insane, man. Insane.
Oh, Glover. Such an old man. I feel for that guy.
Hey, he was champion like a couple months ago,
right?
right?
But like,
I thought he was done after that Gustafsson fight.
But he made
came
a
back.
real comeback
Real
and
comeback.
Legend of the game.
Yeah.
But
And now he's passing it all on to
Chama.
Oh,
He's out there avenging all his teammates.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he wants to go fight Duplessis because he knocked out Strickland as well. He was hinting at that.
He is the Thanos of
He
the
is
UFC.
Thanos.
Just came out of nowhere and just dropping everybody.
Do not
right?
cross that guy. He's coming for you, man. With that dead cold stare. Oh my god.
Yeah.
100%. No, he's a scary guy.
He's a scary guy. What's your favorite fighter?
I've had a few favourite fighters over the years. First favourite fighter was Anderson Silva.
Oh,
Back in
of
his
course.
prime.
Yeah.
Of course.
When he would enter the Matrix and drop his hand and
Yeah.
just fucking do whatever he wanted to everyone.
Yeah.
But all-time favourite fighter has to be John Jones. Just
Yeah.
his creativity is just, it's insane. Like he's got like all the attributes, but the number one thing that puts him over everyone else is his creativity and fight IQ.
Yeah.
He's just a
It
genius.
it can't be beaten.
Yeah.
He's literally a genius in the ring.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about his controversy outside the ring. I separate the art
From the artist. Yes, I agree.
Like obviously, some of the shit he's done is fucked
As a
up.
person, he's terrible. He's terrible, right?
Yeah,
Look,
he's trying to be better.
Look,
He's
we've all
got demons.
fucked up. We've all
He's
fucked
got
up.
demons.
But we
right?
haven't run over pregnant people and like done a drive-by. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
a bit of a different level.
I mean, speak for yourself. But
Look. The way I look at it is, it goes back to that separate the art from the artist, right?
Yeah.
I look at it like I've made fucking terrible mistakes in my life. Everyone has, to varying degrees, right?
Yeah.
But the way I look at it is, if I focus purely on, why do I even care? Like, why does John Jones exist in my universe? It is for the art.
Yeah.
And part of that is, So similar to Jacob, I'd be purely focused on that.
Yeah. As a fighter, you just have to respect it. Goat? Would you say goat?
oh, for sure.
For me, I've got two goats. I do kind of look at controversy, but when I look at controversy, it's not within life, like their personal
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
It's purely within the fight game, right?
Yeah,
So, like for me, my GOAT was GSP.
Oh.
No asterisks. Yes, he's lost, but the way he came back and just avenged every single loss, and just the absolute dynamic movements, the dynamic way that he fights, for me was just unparalleled, right? We're talking about fight IQ, where you put things together, that was just unparalleled. So for me, given the certain asterisks, you're talking about John Jones, Silva, Anderson Silva, all of them. There's always a bit of an asterisk, right?
They're on but those three are on the Mount Rushmore: GSP, John Jones,
easily.
Yeah, and Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
Easily. Yeah.
And some people will be saying, Habib, where's Habib? Like,
he didn't have the same resume.
Yes, the resume is where
I truly think, right, he 100% could have.
Yeah.
Could have is a completely different story.
Yeah.
I don't hold it against him because, he's trying to protect his brain.
Yeah.
Like, he wants to be able to think when he's
father's plan.
Yeah. No, he, from the personal perspective, I get it because he got in, got his money, got out, and took minimal damage while doing it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the ideal to what
It's
for
ideal.
your own health.
Yeah.
And who says no to their mum?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If mum says you're out, you're out. Yeah.
Oh, I might have said no, but fuck that shit. I'm not
And that's why we're not Khabibs. But to your point, I think he could have got there, but that could have is such a big asterisk because you look at Izzy. Izzy was on a fucking warpath.
Yeah.
He was on a tear, right?
Yeah.
But he was one short of Anderson Silva's longest streak.
Yeah.
Right. I think he was 2 or 3 fights short of the middleweight title defense streak as well. Right. Time once again is a massive factor that no one can really predict. So without him actually staying in, for me, he doesn't make that Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Because you never know what could happen.
Yeah,
But he could have got caught by someone and got knocked out.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
Right, shit happens, right? Yeah, even that Tabao fight, right, was pretty controversial. I mean, I still had Khabib winning that fight, but given the day, the judges, we've seen a lot of this happen over the last couple of fight cards.
Yeah.
Anything could have happened. So really maintaining that consistency would have been massive.
it's a shame.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Like
He had potential to be.
Yeah, definitely. Just the resume is where he lacks.
Yeah. And once again, if we talk about resume, it goes back to the fact that a lot of the people that he absolutely demolished, because I know he ran through the lightweight division. A lot of them were strikers, right?
Yeah.
That's why for me, GSP is up there because
he beat everyone.
He beat everyone.
Yeah.
Full combination of all the different dimensions of MMA, and basically no asterisks to his name. You can count the losses if you want, but for me, different factors are going to be out of your control. If you can avenge those fights, for me, that unticks those asterisks. Yeah. But if you in the asterisk side, John Jones, undisputed GOAT.
Look at his resume, man. Look at his resume.
He won every single fight.
Yeah.
Dominantly.
Yeah.
Except
some that were pretty close.
Yeah.
But like the Gustafsson one fight that was close. But then in number 2 he demolished.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
What about who's that Mexican dude who fell off straight after losing it? What's his name again?
Reyes.
That one is a little bit. Have you guys watched that fight?
I watched it a couple of times.
It's questionable, I would say.
Me personally, I think he blocked a lot of the output that came out towards him.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, if you're looking at it from the output perspective, damage is very hard, subjective part to calculate. I think, given it was Jones, and I think the fact that he didn't seem like he was in really bad trouble at any point.
No, he was never in danger of losing.
I
think he put on a good front of not being in danger, but I think he was getting hit a lot though. Yeah.
But that's massive, right? I think even when you fight, part of what your coaches tell you is when that bell goes, you're not slumped over panting, right?
Body language,
you
need to look strong for the refs and the judges. So I mean, John Jones. That's another part of why he's the GOAT. He knows how to play the game. That's it's a big part.
And part of the way I look at it as well is if you take John Jones out of the picture, right? Who are some of the GOATs at heavyweight and light heavyweight? You've got Gustafsson, you've got DC, you've got Cain Velasquez, Stipe, right?
Yeah.
Cain Velasquez aside, right? Jones beat them all. Do you know what I mean? Like, and in dominant fashion,
Yeah.
not by like a tiny margin, in dominant fashion.
The way he beat Lyoto Machida.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Slumped.
I think about that regularly.
I wasn't even there in the hood speak.
Yeah, brutal, man, brutal.
No, because he was getting pieced up in that fight in the striking.
Yeah, he was blitzing with the karate, and then he was
Like every time Jones would throw a leg kick, he
Yeah.
would get countered with the punches.
Yeah. He thought. Lyoto thought.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite fighter?
Yeah, so we kind of went into the goat side of things.
Yeah.
Part of that is GSP, but if I had to pick my one and all favorite, and this is encompassing fan favorite, ain't nobody comes close to Bobby Knuckles, baby. Robert Whittaker, all day, baby, all day.
Shit.
The Reaper,
I did not expect that one, to be honest.
the life taker Whittaker, mate.
Right.
I love Bobby Knuckles.
Last few years, like especially when John Jones was out, Whittaker was definitely my favorite.
Yeah.
Gotta support the hometown boy.
You gotta.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's like an encompassment of one, he's humble.
Yeah.
Two, he's just a good person in general,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like not from like like a role model perspective only, but like he's just a person that if you sat down, right, cracked a beer with him,
Yeah, he'd be cool.
shout out Bobby Knuckles, crack a Pepsi Max with him, right? I know he loves Pepsi Max. Yeah, you cracked a Pepsi Max with him, right? You'd have a good time. You're so down to earth. And then you combine that with the fact that the second he goes into the ring, that happy jogger is a monster, right?
Yeah.
That you can smell the bloodthirst off it, right? That unwavering warrior mentality, and just the entertainment, the insane fights, Yoel Romero fights that he's put on. It's just, for me, he just encompasses everything. Like I like Bobby Knuckles is the one for me, mate. Yeah. I'm gonna say Volk is.
Volk. I was just about to
coast.
say that. Volk is. Man, we can't forget him. He should be Australian of the Year, to be honest. Seriously.
Yeah.
I think it's just because Australia isn't so big on MMA at the moment.
No.
It's still a growing sport.
I remember there was like some mayor or something that was like saying that it should be banned.
Yeah, I think
it's human cockfighting.
I think that was in Victoria.
Yeah.
But New South Wales Premier, shout out to you again, mate. He booked in, I think it's 4 events over the next 5 years. So we're going to get an event a year, and that's in addition to the Perth events because they still got that. They still got the contract with the stadium. So we're going to have a lot more events in Sydney. I mean, fingers crossed. We all know how bloody hard it is to get tickets to those things. Hopefully, we can go to the next couple where we can give you guys an insight and a peek into what a live event looks like as well. But I think it's on the rise.
It's on the rise.
Yeah.
But like a lot of the people I talk to in the general population, right? Like outside of our MMA circle, they have a very negative view of it. They are aligned to what that mayor said, like it's human cockfighting. And when I say I do MMA, they're like, whoa, like whoa, like so. So I'm like, sometimes I'm a little bit careful who I talk to about it. But Australia, wake up! It's the future, man. If you like boxing, you should like MMA, and it's just a more evolved version of boxing, I'd say. Different sports, but like
it's much more closer to the sport of actual fighting.
I think the biggest thing, and part of what we're hoping to do with the podcast as well, is really showcase the different elements of MMA, right? You can look at it from becoming a fighter, right? You can look at it from just training to lose weight, get healthy, right? It does not matter. At the end of the day, it's another sport that you can take on. And how you utilize it, because there are just so many benefits. Joe Rogan always talks about building confidence. Getting aggression out of young men as well. Right, and we'll talk about all of that stuff in our upcoming podcasts in the episodes. You'll see a lot of that stuff. We said we probably tried not to be too fight focused, and we kind of shows our passion, right? But on the note of future podcasts, you guys want to talk a little bit about some of the upcoming stuff we might have, and what else we're going to talk about.
Well, like we know a lot, we've experienced a lot, so we want to talk about a lot of different things. I mean, it can go from travel to food to nutrition, diets. We've tried so many diets. We can give you the breakdowns of diets. We'll give you all the cheekies. He's had carnivore diet. I'm on a keto diet right now.
I've basically put on 20 kilos and lost it 3 times over, right? And every single time I tried different flash diets, like no carb, ultra, what's it called, like ultra low deficit. So like eating 1,000 calories a day, just stupid ways of doing things, right? So we'll talk about all of that. Go run through our experiences. I think our general consensus is there's no one way. There's no right or wrong. It's really what works for you, and figuring that out. I mean, obviously there is silly things to do, but we'll go through that, what we went through, and you guys can, kind of try those out, or pick the one that you think helps you yourself. But yeah, that's part of what we're going to go over. And on one part, I'll be honest, and probably not the best thing to say, as I'm trying to diet and I'm trying to lose 17 kilos this time around.
Damn.
But I'm really excited about the food part, guys. I'm really keen, really keen to jump into the food aspect.
Not exactly sure what we're going to do. We could do food reviews. We could do food challenges.
I'm down for some food challenges.
Food challenges, because we eat a lot.
Yeah, we eat a lot.
My name is actually, if you go to Darling Square, if you go to Wingboy, my name is on the leaderboard. Go there, you'll see Sunny K 71 wings. So
71
71
and how
wings. 2 hours or something like that. So do not contest me, alright?
How baked were you?
0.
Oh, really?
I don't do that kind of stuff.
No,
What are you talking about?
No performance.
How big were the
enhancing.
wings? No, they're deep fried. Yeah. So we're serious about it, man.
But yeah, you'll see a couple of those challenges. We'll try to mix things up, really give you guys like a lot of different content. But yeah, I'm really excited to try different foods as well, because we all live in different, slightly different areas, right? So, and I don't know, for maybe our international viewers or global viewers, Sydney, in my opinion, and it's very biased, is one of the biggest and best hubs and melting pots for culture and food. We're going to showcase all of that to you. I know Melbourne is probably going to say different, but that's why they're lower in the world and lower in the rankings in terms of food. No, Melbourne's awesome as well.
I love you, Melbourne.
Honestly, I've never been to Melbourne, so...
No, Melbourne's pretty lit. Melbourne's
That's going to be an episode. That's going to be an episode. Look, Melbourne is actually bloody awesome. Just all jokes aside. But Sydney is one of the biggest melting pots of food. And we'll take you anywhere from, the cheapest eats to, expensive food. But yeah, we'll make sure we keep it exciting for you guys. In terms of travel, I traveled Europe really recently. I'd love to show you guys a bit about that. This guy, tell them about what you've...
So I went to Thailand in November for 6 weeks. And yeah, I was in Chiang Mai this time because I've done Thailand before in Bangkok and Phuket with the boys, like a boys trip. But this time I kept it wholesome. I did like a bit of remote work. I did 2 weeks of travel, and then I did 2 weeks of Muay Thai training. And I can give you a full breakdown of how to do Muay Thai training, what you want, and where to go for training in Thailand. So yeah, I can share a lot about that.
I haven't done any fucking travel, so...
Fair go.
That's alright.
Yeah.
That's alright.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I went to New Zealand once, like, probably 10 years ago, but... Yeah.
Shout out to the Kiwis. Love
Shout
you guys.
out to the Kiwis, our brothers. Yeah.
Hey, maybe we can make that like a goal for us this year.
Yeah.
Like we'll do a trip, make sure this guy, travels a bit more. One thing I will say though, we go camping, so we cannot wait.
More
Have some
content as
camping
well.
content.
Yeah.
Lots of Australia content as well, and we love to, can't wait to
Yeah.
show you guys that stuff.
Some camping spots.
Yeah.
And we've got a tradition now at camping. We won't let you in on it just yet. We'll show you what it looks like, when we get some footage for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to show you guys that as well.
So we'll do some vlogs as well, like camping vlogs, maybe some vlogs in general. I don't know. We'll make vlogs about this and that. That's about it. And like, if you have anything you want to see from us, let us know. Put it in the comments. We're always gonna read the comments. What else?
One big thing we want to talk about, going on the topic of melting pot of cultures and food. Why we're really interested in that is, yes, we are all fat asses and we love eating, but also because we're all from different cultures. So I'm Chinese or background. I think we're all Aussie born, yeah.
Yeah.
All Australian
Born and bred.
Yeah. But I'm Chinese background.
I'm Korean.
Yeah.
And I'm, just white. If we want to get into the ancestry of it, I'm Scottish and Lithuanian.
Oh,
Lithuanian.
shit, I didn't even know that.
Honestly, I didn't know that until I did a DNA test.
But we're going to do some ancestry report today.
Yeah.
Bro, I swear if I'm not 100% Korean, I'll be pretty upset. I'm not gonna cap.
I've been lied to my whole life.
Like, Korea is the most genetically homogenous place on earth.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Pure breeds.
Nah, I reckon I'll have like 1% Mongolian or something like.
Yeah, right. I think we all have a bit of Genghis Khan in our blood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's spread his seed.
Yeah, he's pretty sick. Yeah. Yeah. So,
But yeah, we want to bring that to life for you guys as well. Show you a bit about what it's like to grow up in Australia. I'm sure there's probably going to be a lot of similarities. Being Asian born in the US as well, being white in the US. But yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of shit that you guys are going to find pretty interesting about growing up in Australia as well.
Australia's so good.
Yeah.
And speaking of Australia, it's Australia Day today.
Yes!
Australia Day. It's actually quite controversial at the moment, but we're just happy about how great our country is at the moment.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's a great country right now.
I will say what the beauty is about Australia is the fact that even though it's controversial, we allow it to be because we can have that discussion.
Yes.
We can actually talk about it,
Yeah.
right? We're not going to get into the politics ourselves, but I do that's one thing I love.
We're
about
grateful
Australia.
for being here, and it's such a lovely country. I'm so blessed to be here.
Yeah.
It really is one of the best countries to grow up in.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for us today, Australia Day, we're going to celebrate by having a barbecue.
Yeah.
We're heading straight over to the park, get some woolly snags,
Yeah.
get some white bread, bang,
Yeah.
tomato sauce, bang, and then maybe some pork belly.
Yeah. We'll give you a sneak peek into Aussie traditions in terms of food.
Yeah.
Trust me, nothing fancy, but the bombest food you've ever
Hits the
had.
spot.
Hits the spot.
Yeah.
And we'll also show you a bit of the Asian stuff that we whack into all of our cooking as well. So we'll give you guys some insight into that as well.
Yeah. Woolly snags, 24 pack for $8 is the best snags you can buy on Australia Day at least. It's just tradition.
Yeah.
I have a bit of surprise that I wanted to. I didn't get time to make it last night.
Yeah.
I was just dealing with some stuff. But one thing I was going to bring today was fairy bread.
Oh!
I can't wait to show you guys what fairy bread.
I haven't had that in so long.
Yeah, I wanted to make it
since I was in
before.
fucking primary school.
Yeah, but
I wanted to make it beforehand, but I thought the bread wouldn't be too great.
No, you got to make it fresh.
Fresh, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So we'll make it when we go. Yeah.
Oh, keen for that.
But yeah, I think that's a pretty good summary of what we're looking to cover.
Yeah.
We'll get a lot more refined for you guys. Don't worry.
First episode, bear with us.
Yeah.
We'll improve the setup, we'll improve the flow, but hopefully you get an idea of what we're about.
Yeah.
We're not just one-dimensional. We've got a lot coming for you, so stay tuned.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about it.
That's about it. Yeah.
Do we need a sign-out sort of thing? Well, we spent like an hour coming up with a thing before this podcast, so we'll be here for another hour.
Yeah, we probably should have thought of that before.
What about left, right, good night?
Oh, shit!
Get the fuck
So
out.
it is the daytime, and if you're an Aussie, you 100% know this saying. But as our way of signing out, guys, thanks for listening to the Combat Couch. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We'll see you on the next episode. Have a left, right, good night. Boom, boom,
Boom, boom.